ready to talk about another kind of simple machine, and this one is going to be a wheel and an axle. So in this case, you can see that it's a well, and you're trying to lift a bucket that's going to have water in it. So that's going to be the load that you're trying to lift, the bucket and the water. And you're going to be trying to lift it using that big wheel over there. So how's it going to work? Okay, if I take that picture and I rotate it around, can you see that you're going to have the little axle, okay, and then you're going to have the big wheel that you're going to be able to grab onto and turn. So you're going to be turning the big wheel, and then what that's going to do is it's going to turn the little axle because it's attached to it. Notice that they have different radiuses, so that you're going to have the radius of the big wheel, that's going to be Rn. So that is going to be the distance that goes into the machine. And then you're going to also have the radius of the small axle, so that's going to be the R out. So that's going to be this one right here. I like to use capital R to stand for radius. That's just me. All right, now you're going to apply a certain amount of force. So when you pull down on this thing, this is going to be the amount of force that is going to go into the machine. And then what that's going to do is it's going to turn this thing, and then this thing is going to be able to lift up on the weight, which is going to be the bucket that has the water in it. So that force in on the outer wheel is going to cause a force on the inner wheel, and then that is going to be the force out. Okay, so notice that if the R, so this is going to be big, and then on the other side, this one's going to be small. So then that means that in order to compensate, this would be a big F on this side, and then this would be a little f on that side. So you're going to put in a small amount of force on this wheel, and then what it's going to do is it's going to produce a large amount of force on the axle, and then you're going to be able to lift that water. So this is called the wheel and the axle, and it's used quite a bit in real life situations. So we're not going to do a numerical example of this one, but I did want to show you how the wheel and the axle work. Okay, let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to do the inclined plane.